Hi guys! I wanted to do a little top 5 countdown of my favorite sets this year. You guys were all so creative and open to trying new things this year, and I really got to do some beautiful pieces of art. So I wanted to make a video showing off my favorite sets that I've done for both clients and press-on orders. The very first set that I'm gonna do are these. This is a press-on set that I made for my friend Heather for a photo shoot that they produced and starred in. I loved making these because they were such a perfect fit with what Heather was going for, and they were relatively simple too. Half of the set was just a full cover chrome, and then the other half had a chrome background plus 8 chrome pearls in this kind of cool ombre pattern right here. I wanted to make something that was visually striking and a little bit witchy, so I chose the medium stilettos from Apres. I almost went with the longs, but I didn't want Heather to be completely unable to use their hands during the photo shoot, so I toned it down a little bit with the mediums. A little bit of something that I loved about these was that I chose to place these larger pearls near the end of the tip rather than ombreing it the other way, and I think it really complemented the pointed shape. And I'm really looking forward to working on some more photo shoots with Heather in 2025. Number 4 is this full set that I did on my most loyal and most consistent client, Alex. She's been seeing me every 2 weeks for 3 years. We've actually only missed 3 appointments, and those appointments were during the time when I was between my licenses and I was unable to work. And her nails lasted the entire time between my time leaving and when I came back. That was 6 weeks. So of course, one of her sets is definitely going to make it to this list. This set was inspired by a Korean nail artist that I found on the Explore page. I had wanted to try the unicorn paper strips, these guys right here and right here. I'd wanted to try that out for a long time, and when I saw the inspiration post and I saw that they had those little strips, I knew that I could replicate it. They're also really springy and feminine, and I just wanted to try them out, and Alex was up to do them, and I'm so glad that she was, because these were so beautiful. Each of the nails has a different nudie pink kind of base color, as you can see here, and then there's either some glitter or some 3D chrome or the multicolor ombre here with the unicorn paper strips. I'm so glad that I did this the way that I did it. I placed the strips first and then I went in and did the ombreing on top, and it had this really cool depth effect to it, and it just made them feel very elevated. So I loved doing these. Thanks again, Alex, for being down to try new stuff, and then also just for being such an awesome client. Here is number 3. This may be cheating because it's 2 sets, but I don't care. This is part of an art trade that I did with Ladyfly Boutique, also on Instagram. She DM'd me one day and she was so hilarious and so kind, and I instantly knew that I wanted to work with her. She sent me 3 screenshots of work that I'd already done in the past as inspo. The top row being a set that I did for my mom, and then the bottom row was a combination of 2 other press-on sets that I did. One was for a friend of a friend, and then the other was for Zuzi, which is a model that I met and worked with a couple times for Tricoci in 2021, who was also really, really nice, and I hope I get to do a press-on set for her again in 2025. When Ladyfly sent me a screenshot of the birthday set, I was so excited because I was really proud of the design, but I knew that I wanted to try to do them again even better. So this was the perfect opportunity to do that. I'm especially proud of both of the thumbs. The cats both turned out so great. They're so freaking cute. These tiny, tiny little characters right here too. Like, oh, yeah. And the color, it's just, yeah, I love them so much. They're so beautiful. I remember when I made the original set, I was still learning chrome isolation, so I was really excited to improve on the design the second time around. And I've since done another trade with Ladybug, and I'm looking forward to hopefully working with her again in the future. Her jewelry is so beautiful, and you can really tell that she loves what she does. I could tell when I was DMing with her, so yeah. So, thanks, Ladyfly! Alright, number 2 is this Western motocross themed set that I did on my best friend Jelly. I'm really proud of this set because the design came completely from my head. I love doing that. I love when I'm able to create something that's from my head completely, as instead of just like somebody showing me a picture and recreating it. So this already made me feel really happy because I was able to get a little bit more creative than I usually do. A lot of my best friend's style is dark colors, hardware, leather, And then she likes pops of camo and leopard print and bright oranges, which to me feels very Western alternative, very alternative. And I was really able to lock in and create a clear aesthetic for this set. I knew I wanted to retry painting the jeweled turquoise that I've got right here. I had done it on myself in the past, and I wanted to step it up this time. So when I did this set for Jelly, I made the frame around the turquoise look rusted by using 3 different chrome powders in these different shades of like gold, and then there's a little bit of rose gold, and then I used like kind of an orangey rusty kind of chrome here, and then a silver for the little dots around the frame there. I was really proud of these. The matte snake print plus the Harley Davidson logo, I was so proud of this. It was really satisfying to paint. I love painting letters because to me, it's impressive when I'm able to replicate a recognizable font, and it's so satisfying when I finish with the top coat and it looks like someone put like a shiny little sticker on the background there, but it's actually hand painted. I don't know, makes me feel good about myself that I can do that. Toot my own horn. So yeah, those details plus the thumbs had these charms that had like wings on them, which kind of reminded me of some of the Harley Davidson logos. I think there's some wings in the logo. And then doing the leather French tip with the leopard, and then the 3D here on this pointer finger was made to kind of resemble like a belt buckle that kind of fits with this theme. And yeah, this set just reminds me so much of my best friend, and I think that also might be a good chunk of why this set is number 2 as one of my favorites. The design and the execution went perfectly, but I also got to have a really funny conversation with my best friend while I did them, and that genuinely makes so much of the work that I do so much better, is getting to talk to you guys and to laugh with you guys and to hear about your lives and everything. It makes the work so much better than it already is, so I really appreciate you guys, and specifically I love you, Jelly, and I'm really excited to do more fun nail stuff with you in 2025. I think we're literally texting right now about booking our next appointment, so I'm excited to see what we come up with. All right, and number 1 is this press-on set that I did for Heidi, who was an old coworker of mine at Tricoci, and she ended up becoming my number 1 press-on client. She gave me a very clear aesthetic, Gyaru, Hello Kitty, Hawaiian vacation type of vibe. She sent me a few reference photos to go off of and then said she wanted some Hello Kitty charms, but otherwise I could go crazy, do whatever I wanted. And I feel like I really did kind of go crazy with these. These were ordered during the 3D orchid flower craze this summer, so I knew I had to do some of those. I think I've definitely improved on these flowers since. And I'd like to honestly, maybe if it gets really slow in January, I might remake these 2 tips just so they kind of are elevated to the same level as the rest of the tips, because I'd like to improve these guys. The background is nice, but I want to do a little better on the flower. This one looks pretty good. This one needs to be redone. But anyway, enough of my perfectionism. Yeah, so the flowers are really fun, and then I knew I wanted to do like this water texture with the blooming gel, and then I wanted to do 2 other water textures just to resemble some more of the reference photos, and also just because I feel like the pool water like oceany texture is very like reminiscent of the vibe that she wanted for this set. And then the rest of the nails I took inspiration directly from the reference photos. So for this one here, I did that same thing that I did with the Harley Davidson logo on the previous set. I did the matte background with these shiny sticker elements that I love doing. It's so satisfying to me, again, just to have something look like it was literally a sticker. And then for this one, I did this license plate, which was so fun to do. The letters are insanely, insanely tiny. For context, these are the Apres Gel X short squares, and this nail is a size 6, which is 1.5 sizes smaller than most people's pinky. Even smaller than the license plate details are the emoticons that I have on this nail. I think I have a close-up. Yep. Right here. This is on a size 7 tip, and these emoticons are so, so tiny, these pixels right here. I wanted to mimic the background of one of the reference photos that she had sent me. There's also some faded 5-pointed stars here in the background, and that's also part of the reference photo that she sent me right here. And then those are the little emoticons there. And this was just a very subtle detail that I noticed, and I was like, oh, I bet I could paint that. And girl, I did. So I'm really proud of myself. These look really good. You can tell how tiny they are because these little lints are like the same size as the pixels. I don't know. I was really impressed with this nail. When I sent it to Heidi, she was like, these are so cool. She didn't even notice the emoticons until she had put them on and texted me about it because they were so small. So I think kind of a lot of what I do is just for me, and that's okay. Yeah. And then I got to mimic, oops, let me not like my own stuff. I already toot my own horn enough. Let's not do that. I also got to mimic a font on this one, as well as a logo. I did the little Hello Kitty logo. In the reference picture, the Hello Kitty is actually on the other side. I went around and switched it just because I thought it would fit this little corner a little bit better if her ear was kind of like fit right in there. Copying logos is super difficult because you can draw a cat, but it's hard to like get the right proportions of the exact right placements for it to be Hello Kitty. Same thing with fonts. You can write Aloha, but to get it to match this font is, you know, it's different. It takes a little bit more nuance. So again, I'm always happy whenever I get to do words. I think it's fun to mimic fonts. And then, yeah, again, this thumb was so fun. I loved doing the airbrushing with the dots and the little Hawaiian flowers, the stars. Felt very 90s, like I'm going to Hawaii on vacation and I love Hello Kitty, and that's exactly what she asked for. So these were really, really fun. I just have to say thanks to Heidi for this set inspiration, and I really hope that you appreciated all these details that I put into this set for you. You've been an outstanding press-on client for years, and I wanted to give you something really special, even if you do lose at least one tip from each set that I always have to remake, which is fine. It's fine. I will remake the tips for you forever as long as you keep giving me really cool ideas to work with. So yeah, that is number 1. Thanks so much. That was my top 10. And before I close out, I want to say that I did get some really cool nail items for Christmas that I'm really excited to try out on you guys next year. I got some really cool multicolor foils, as well as a matte top coat made specifically for clean isolated chrome. They're both from the brand Function of Vex, which is a brand that I've been really excited to try stuff out from for a while. And then I also got some Korean cat eye gels from Devok that I'm really, really excited to use. I'm definitely going to be using them ASAP because they're genuinely so stunning. And then I also got some Korean nail inks from Nails Luxe that I'm also super excited to use. I really want to pair them with the colored pencil. It kind of gives this very like doodly look, which I love. I love the like childlike kind of doodle look, as you can see with the Moo Dang nails that I did, which was also definitely top 10. I loved those. Those were so much fun. But yeah, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I hope you had a great holiday and a great new year. And I'll see you next year. Bye.